I was 300 pounds, a smoker, a drinker, and I just cycled 12,500 kilometers across Canada.
From personal depths to extraordinary heights, Matt Devine reveals the untapped potential within us all.
And I think people, they don't realize how amazing they are. Like, this human spirit exists within us, and if we just unleash it, we're capable of doing absolutely amazing things.
Through Heroes Unleashed, Matt is not just pushing physical boundaries. He's challenging us to redefine what it means to be a hero.
We all are superheroes. We just have to figure out what our phone booth is.
Driven by a profound purpose, Matt now champions the cause of Little Warriors, a charity dedicated to helping children recover from abuse.
They tried to arm these children to have somewhat of a normal, productive life, make them happy and whole again.
Join us as Matt shares his journey of self-discovery and his relentless pursuit to inspire change.
What will matter is how many people I can inspire to seek positive change in their lives, and how much awareness and dollars I can raise for the charity.
Matt, what is your edge in life?
Yeah, I think my edge in life, and I've kind of confirmed this with myself, is I have a very resilient, persistent mindset. I see a goal, I set a target, and as much as I sometimes complain, whether it's cycling or running or life in general, I keep going until I get to that finish line. Funny, people ask me, do you enjoy cycling? Do you enjoy running? I don't. I enjoy completing the task. So I love the idea of having something that's on paper so difficult to do, whether it's your career, education, completing an endurance event, but I get after it, and I rarely quit till I get it done. I may not always be the happiest person when I'm doing it, but we'll get it done, and it's just so rewarding. So I think it's my mental toughness and my resilience.
Mm-hmm. Has that been something that has been a thread throughout your life, or is that something you've developed?
Well, when you're a skinny redhead going to high school, you get picked on a lot. Yeah, I've been a stubborn guy all my life. I've never been the best athlete. I've never been the best academic, but I stick to it. And I find that even overlaps into my professional career. I'm very determined to get the job done. My profession really taught me that. I was a program manager, so it's all about delivery and executing. And I think that mindset made me a good professional, but it's made me an even better endurance athlete and trying to support these charities. So yeah, it's been with me. I've had to uncover it. I had that dark period where I fell into, the obesity, the drinking, the smoking, then my mental health, but I fought through it. And again, I used that determination to get through it. And here we are on the cusp of starting something amazing in the next couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm. So you've hinted at it so far that you ran a lot, you biked a lot. Well, by running a lot, you meant that you did 7 marathons in 7 days. By biking a lot, meant that you rode 13,000 kilometers across Canada from one end to the other over 100 days. Both of those events, you were raising money for charity, and you're actually about to start another event called the Cross Canada Challenge in a week or so. What is the one thing that you want people to take away from everything you've done with all these events that you've hosted?
How amazing we all are. We are capable of doing incredible things. We wake up every day and life wants to beat you up, wants to hold you back. Everybody has challenges. We all have our issues that we need to deal with. But if we just lean into it and we persist, we're capable of doing amazing things. And I often use the comparison to wind. Wind is always going to be there, and often it's going to be driving into your face, trying to push you backwards. You can't change Mother Nature, but you can accept it. You can lean into it, recognize it's not going to go as quickly as you want it to go, but you will make progress and you will achieve your goals. And I think people, they don't realize how amazing they are. Like, this human spirit exists within us, and if we just unleash it, we're capable of doing absolutely amazing things. I was 300 pounds, a smoker, a drinker, 15 years ago. And I just cycled 12,500 kilometers across Canada, and I did it the hard way. By the way, I rode into the wind. So, yeah, it's just everybody is capable of just amazing things. We all are superheroes. We just have to figure out what our phone booth is. When Clark Kent goes in, takes his suit off, comes out, we just need to figure out how to get our Superman outfit on, and I think we're capable of doing incredible things.
Now, each one of those events that we just mentioned, 7 and 7, the Quick Guard Ride for Change, and now the Cross Canada Challenge, those have led to you building this umbrella entity called Heroes Unleashed. And we'll get into that in a sec. But at the top of the Heroes Unleashed website, it says the pursuit of purpose. What does the pursuit of purpose mean to you?
Tying it back to that hero concept, we all have to have a reason to get up and get after it. And it's not money, it's not fancy cars, it's not a new job title. It's something that inspires our souls. It's something that it doesn't require ego, it doesn't require attention. It's just things that we like to get up and do. It's the higher service, helping others. And for me, the pursuit of purpose is the same thing as saying it's the pursuit of fuel that's going to transform you. Once you have that purpose, you're going to start to become your own transformation engine, and the purpose is the fuel. I'll give you an example. People go to the gym every day, they work out. They have goals to lose weight, they have goals to get fitter. A lot of people don't make it because the purpose of going to the gym doesn't keep them going. It's the purpose of doing it for the right reasons. And that's what's going to keep you going. And that's what's going to get you across the finish line.
You've finished the 7 and 7. You finished the Quick Hard Ride for Change. You're about to do the Cross Canada Challenge. How do you maintain your identity as Matt Devine and not be the guy that ran 7 marathons in 7 days, that biked 13,000 kilometers, or the charity guy? Like, how are you protecting yourself to stay Matt Devine and stay true to yourself?
I've told you several times that a lot of the times I'm doing things is because I'm trying to find relevance. And it's almost like this is my third swing at the ball now, and this time I'm wanting to hit it out of the park and find myself doing it for the higher cause of helping these children, of inspiring others. And as an example, if I get to a point in the ride where the community wants to spend some time talking, I'm not going to ride that day. It's not about me riding and cycling. I cycled 13,000 kilometers. Who cares if I cycle 13,001? What will matter is how many people I can inspire to seek positive change in their lives and how much awareness and dollars I can raise for the charity. I want to become that guy. And if that's the Matt Devine that I'm representing out there, then I'm successful. And to be very honest with you, Chris, what we're trying to do with Heroes Unleashed is not make it about one individual. We're trying to make it about a team of people, a community, and an ecosystem that stands behind the idea or the philosophy. Inspire positive change in your community, inspire positive change in individuals, and we're all going to be living in a much happier place, and we're all going to feel better.
Would you break down Heroes Unleashed and just tell us a little bit more about what it is and what your future goals are for it?
So Heroes Unleashed is meant to exist and prosper above and in between events. Every time we do an event, we have to start it up, we have to get sponsorship, we have to raise awareness. I want to leave a living and breathing ecosystem of positive change in the community. So it's not tied to Matt Devine, it's not tied to Nicole, it's tied to the philosophy. Other people can tap into that ecosystem. If they're coming with a purpose, we will help share their message. We will help the cause that they're trying to ride and run or swim for. And I want it to live beyond me so that if next year I don't want to do the event, I have somebody saying, hey, I want to climb a mountain to help sick children in Africa or some other really amazing cause. We want to be the disruptors of the charity world. We've seen disruptors in the space of Netflix and hotels through Airbnb. We want to be disruptors for charities. We want to be something a charity can leverage. But not only do they get the benefit of awareness and funds raised for their charity, these individuals are changing their lives. They're doing something, the charity is getting the benefit. But these individuals, trust me, if you take this journey, you're rewarded as much as the charity is.
So with the Cross Canada Challenge you have coming up, who is the charity that you're going to be representing and why?
The charity that we're representing this time is called Little Warriors, and they are a nationally revered charity that helps children and families who have been victims of sexual abuse. Not only do they help heal these children, there is no 100% healing. They try to arm these children to have at least somewhat of a normal, productive life, make them happy and whole again. Not only do they do that, but they also try to prevent it. They're working with the community to hopefully identify this horrible crime that's occurring and try to intervene before it happens. So not only do they work on the healing and helping these children after it's occurred, they're also working on the prevention side of it. The approach they use is shown to be scientifically amazing. The results that are achieved are not only meaningful to the kids and the family, it's meaningful to society because it impacts things like homelessness, drug addiction, suicide rates, mental health issues. It's like an hour spent today with these kids saves hundreds of hours down the road when these kids grow up. They become productive members of society with tools that they can use to cope with this horrible thing. So it's rampant. It's a critical issue. It's impacting so many of the things we're all dealing with, whether it be mental health, homelessness, or addiction. If we can help this charity, we're helping ourselves. So that's what we're here to do. And quite frankly, Chris, as you know, we have a very soft spot for kids, and any child that has to go through this ordeal, really deserves our help and our support.
What's driving you, Matt? And what I mean by that question is I started the Life Edge, this podcast, everything that I do, because I knew that I had potential in me and I wanted to reach my full potential. And that potential meant that I could help change the world. I could help people find their edge in life. I could help them bring change that's going to lead them to a better life. And that was after years of chasing different things that society said I needed to chase. And I just realized, okay, I could go make money, but am I making a difference? Am I doing something that's going to impact the world? Hence the Life Edge. But what's driving you to do what you've done?
Well, I've been on the other side of not having what we're doing now, and it is my own science experiment that proves my theory that everybody needs a purpose. Because if not this, then what? If anybody out there thinks retirement or having a lot of money or having a lot of free time is the answer, I can guarantee you that it doesn't work like that for a lot of people, and it didn't work for me. So quite frankly, not having this is the best way of answering your question, because not having this really impacted my mental health. I had no purpose. I had no reason to get up in the morning. And the funny thing is that in the frame of reference I had, purpose was always defined by my career. But I won't lie, I was going into work and hating every minute of it. And I know I'm in a blessed position because I was able to walk away from work. Not everybody has that option. But what everybody does have is an option to try to shape their frame of reference. And that's what we talk about when we talk about the transformational side of this. So for me, without this, I would have been a man on a couch with time and resources, but nothing to do. And that is a really bad combination. It can put you in a dark place. So I have to keep myself moving forward. I have to keep myself moving forward with the right purpose to beat the gray back. If I stop, it catches up to me and it's tapping me on the shoulder. Aging is very hard. All the things that used to make sense to you don't anymore. They'll just stop your focus, your understanding of the world that we're in changes, and you have to redefine yourself. So for me, without this, I would be a man with a lot of energy because I'm fit, I'm healthy, I have time. But without this to do, I'm not a very happy person. Plus, I love
How
helping
often?
kids.
Let's dive into that a little bit because the last charity was very kid centered. I believe 7 and 7 was very kid centered. What keeps drawing you back to supporting children?
I think I don't have kids myself. I have, very, very important children in my life, Harper and Faith. So I've had the experience of being around very, very young people and the love that they have and how quickly they can draw you in. So I understand why parents are so happy when they have this amazing event happen in their life. But for me and for Nicole, there's this concept that if we don't do it for these children, then who's going to do it for them? And if we can create an army of people with that philosophy, we may be able to help save a child. And there's what's the old saying? We do because we can. We do for those that can't. It's like I'm capable of doing something good, and I can help somebody that can't. Think of a child who's in a situation where they're being abused, and they come through that horrific experience. They need help, and if we're not doing it through the little warriors, who is? So it's just there's a part of our community that don't have a voice and they can't do it for themselves, and I want to help them. And the other side of this coin is that there's a lot of adults out there who feel the way I did 15, 10, even sometimes today, that don't know how to put that first step forward. They don't know how to take that initial movement towards changing their lives. If I can inspire one person to follow my journey and go, you know what, I resonate with this guy, I feel connected, I'm going to follow his journey and I'm going to try to change my life. To me, that's a great outcome.
With the Cross Canada Challenge coming up, how do you 13 weeks from now look back and say this was a win, this was successful, we did what we set out to?
The scientific answer would be we've created a lot of awareness for Little Warriors, and we've raised some money for Little Warriors. I think that would be like the two easy metrics we could track. The other not so easy metric is to have adults feel inspired to make a change, to start to change their lives, and that's going to come through the simplest of conversations during and after the event, to hear from someone who said, hey man, I followed you, I loved what you were doing, and I just completed my first half marathon. I've quit smoking. I'm doing better in my relationships. I'm better at my job. I'm a better father or mother. So that's the other metric. And for me, unfortunately, we want to have a lot of eyes and ears on this. So I'd love to see more people following the journey. But you know what? I mean, if that doesn't happen, but we have a lot of people tell us, you've inspired me to change, I'd be happy with that as well.
How can people support what you're doing with Little Warriors, but also how can they get involved in the Cross Canada Challenge?
They can go to heroesunleashed.ca. That's our webpage, and it has all of the links to our social media channels. It has links to our documentary. It has links to the donation page when it goes live. It has links to the Little Warriors charity itself, so if they want more information, they can find it there. It also gives everybody our backstory, who we are, what we're doing. So they get a ton of information there, so they can get involved simply by checking me out, checking the team out, following us on Instagram as we start this journey. We're going to share some amazing experience with everybody. We're going to show you Canada. We're going to show you the people across Canada, and we're going to change lives. So you go there and follow this journey. And I got a little surprise for you, Chris. Not a lot of people know this. You're going to be one of the first to know because I'm challenging you publicly. Not today. I'm going to do it publicly on social media. So we've created a tool called the Movement Tracker. It's a really fantastic tool. It's simple. It will be becoming live on our webpage soon. And what it does is it allows a person to enter their name to take on what we call the Impact Movement Challenge. And you can enter in any form of activity, whether it be resistance training, yoga, running, hiking, and the calculator will return what we call cycling kilometer equivalents. So everybody, no matter what you're doing, can ride across Canada with me, with the team. We can have fun challenges, but the goal isn't to compete. The goal is to get healthy and fit. But let's be honest, we're going to have a bit of a competition here. So when that link becomes available, we would love to see some US participation and see what you guys can bring to the table. It's a little bit of Canada versus USA action here. So that link is going to be going live very soon. And I'm going to publicly challenge you to move with me across Canada and feel great for a change.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to put together a hot shot team over here in the U.S. because with what I've seen you do, I know it's going to be a uphill battle for us. That's for sure.
Well, I'm lucky because I got to go out and do it every day. I know everybody else has a job to do, so I recognize I'm in a very blessed position. But it's really just about inspiring people to move. And what we want to do is it's like the water bucket challenge. I'm going to challenge you. I want you to challenge your wife. She can challenge her friend. Let's just challenge everybody because at the end of the day, you're getting fitter, you're moving. You're going to be a happier person. So I just want like everybody piling on. And when we have someone that says, I did something amazing this week. I walked 20 kilometers or 20 miles. We want to share their story, give them a little bit of an applause and say, good on you. Like, how do you feel? Tell us what you did. How did you do it? And we want to leverage social media to spread this positive message and inspire as many people as we can to get off the couch and get fit.
For anyone wanting to connect with Matt and to help support Heroes Unleashed and what he's about to do with the Cross Canada Challenge, I will make sure to put all those links down below in the show notes so you can connect with him, or feel free to reach out to me and I will make sure to connect you to what they have going on as we are going to be supporting them and riding along through this whole journey. I hope that you pay attention, follow us. Subscribe to Matt's Instagram channel, Heroes Unleashed. I'll make sure that link is in the description below as well. If you like this podcast, please like, subscribe, share with your friends. If you're listening on Apple, rate and review. But honestly, if you could do anything, just share the podcast. We really want to spread the word. We really want to support this charity, Little Warriors, what they're doing, and really help make some major change this year, as it's a goofy year and we really want to make a major difference. So please join along what Matt's doing, what we're doing. Follow the ride. Send us questions. Send us support. Send Matt some love. Join him at any stop that you may be able to fit at or make it to. I'm sure he would love meeting you in person.
And I got one last offer for everyone. For everyone who likes the podcast and shares this wonderful channel, we'll put their name in for a draw for one of these new event shirts. They're so cool. They have superhuman power. They're going to power me across Canada. So yeah, click that like button, share this message, and you just might win one of these shirts.
They actually do have superhuman power. We found before we started they're capable of breaking the internet. So
Truly my face. And on that, I'm out of here.
thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Chris. We'll talk soon.